misplaced my balls.
It's the Royal Rumble 2018. It's my private parts. I don't know why I just did that. Here we go. Let's do it, guys.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. And he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
Welcome to the 2018 Royal Rumble. I'm flanked by Jake DeMarco today as we do the predictions for WWE Royal Rumble. All kinds of weird rumors are starting to swirl more than they were weeks ago or days ago. It's weird. They're all starting to kind of pop out last minute here, different than what we've heard other years. By the way, Jim Cornette, suck my privates. And now I would like to bring on Jake DeMarco if I could unmute him. Jake, what's up?
What's going on? You ready to do this, baby?
I'm ready.
Royal Rumble time.
It is Royal Rumble time, and Justin Bailey needs to start Facebook messaging me.
Smack him right in the dick.
Speaking of the Rumble real quick, just to give ourselves a plug here, we just did, so when we're done with this, if you need more, we just did a 40-minute podcast that's available on Patreon right now. Obviously, I just did my NXT review, but me and Jake went over NXT also, and we talked about Omega being turned on by Cody Rhodes and the Bullet Club and what that means and a few other things as well. It's available on Patreon for $2 patrons or more, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Also, everything today is brought to you by Wrestle Rumble. Get your picks in. WrestleRumble.com. That's their official sound clip. Like, they wanted me to do. They were like, can you throw up into the microphone? WrestleRumble.com. You could win some money. WrestleRumble.com. Guys, anything you guys want to say to me, I'll be tweeting probably all day during the Rumble. 5 o'clock start. Get ready for the coma. Today is coma time, bro. 5 p.m. Eastern time until about 11 p.m. Eastern time. And then we come on live for the review here. Plus, I'm probably going to go live with reactions via cell phone during the Rumble. So if you guys like that format, come and hang out with me. Show me some love in the chat. Throw the super chats. If the donations will even be on. Give me some love. Let me know you like what I do. If I do that, I don't know. If nobody cares, I won't do it anymore. But I'll try to do a live Royal Rumble reaction. See if we can get away with that. Okay, on to the Royal Rumble itself. I guess I'll let Jake steer the ship, actually. I could go through it, but sometimes I forget you're on the phone. I was getting ready to go into it myself like you weren't here.
That's right.
What's wrong with me? How sick are you right now, by the way? You going to throw up on yourself?
No, I'm not going to throw up on myself, but I can't shake this fucking fever, you know? I got the shakes, baby.
Did you hear? Somebody called the other day, and they were like, I had a 107 temp. Like, oh, let me see who this...
No, it was OK Fabe was talking about it. That's what it was, because I was telling my fiance about it earlier. I was like, it was ridiculous. He was like, he should be dead.
Well, you guys are banging. Like, why did you get what he... But yeah, no, what he had was wrong. Like, he should have been in the hospital. V2 of Doom Vito chiming in. Better chance of CM Punk, Kenny Omega, Neville showing up at the Rumble, ? I would say, well, the thing about Kenny Omega, we talked about this on the podcast that we did, but I mean, it said he signed through 2019, but why would he be, you know what I mean, breaking up with the Bullet Club? But also, remember, Ibushi, was it Kota Ibushi that showed up to help him?
Yes, it was.
It was Ibushi that showed up, so Ibushi showing up, I mean, that tells you that, it seems like he's going to be working with Ibushi. And, you know, this year he didn't go and do a podcast saying, oh, you know, I'm not going to be there, guys, so don't get you're excited about me. So I don't know what that means. I don't think so. I would say Neville is more likely.
Yeah, I'm with you with Neville.
Super chats.
I say a draw between Nakamura and Finn.
Oh, man, I don't see that happening, Alex. But thank you for the $2, man. I appreciate that. Peace to you. I don't think there's going to be a draw. I did just watch the inadvertent draw of Batista and Cena the year that they went out at the same time, and then Vince had to come down to fix everything and then tore his quad running to the ring.
Both quads.
Dude.
He tore both of them.
That was the best. Vince is actually angry because they screwed up the finish, and then he tears his quads diving into the ring and then can't stand up. That is the funniest, one of the funniest moments ever on TV. What?
Yeah, and then he's sitting down in the ring barking orders.
He's sitting
and you know
down.
how much pain he's got to be in, but he doesn't show it on his face, and he's just sitting there. And everybody in the ring was like, they don't know what to do. And he's like, oh, the match, he's telling them they announced the match is going to restart. And Batista was like, oh, I knew I fucked up. I saw him storming down there, and then he couldn't get up, and I knew something was really wrong.
How about Batista? Imagine Batista's feeling after all that, and then knowing that now you caused that to happen. If you'd done your job, Vince wouldn't have tore both quads. He tore both quads too. Nice, sweetie. And
yeah,
will you? I'll take tea. Yeah. My beautiful wife was gonna make me tea. Everybody. See, I'm lucky. I hope Roman Reigns wins tonight, so the Philly fans that cheered F Tom Brady, they have to sit there and look.
They have to sit through that.
They have to sit there and look at Reigns as champ. How? And then no, I really don't hope that happens. I like Philly. I do like Philly. I'm probably not gonna like him next week. I won't like Philly next week.
Week's a different story. Next week you can bring about the hate, but don't you dare say you want Roman to win.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know you're kidding, but just those words coming out of your mouth, you're gonna speak it to existence. It's gonna come to fruition.
No, I will have a
Vince
conniption.
McMahon just heard Joe Cronin say, "I want Roman Reigns to win."
I will have a conniption.
Roman Reigns is gonna take, and that's it.
I will take flight into space, like inverted, if that happens.
Oh God! Well, speaking of Batista, apparently he's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I heard Batista was there. What we talked about earlier?
Batista is there, and then we see Undertaker in Philadelphia right now. He earlier today or yesterday, excuse me, he was at the Rocky, statue they have in Philly. The Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone, movie statue, and the live photos there. And on the other hand, guess who else is there? Sting. So the Stinger was commenting. It wasn't like speculation either. He tweeted on Instagram. Tweeted and also posted on Instagram, I should say, heading to your way, Philly. Sugar. And he's in full makeup. So that's really caused speculation to run rampant. Are we going to see either of them in the Rumble? Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez both think that Undertaker is going to be in the Rumble. So that's cool, I guess. I mean,
right? Yeah. Well, I said earlier that I wanted him to come from under the ring and he could attack Roman at the end of the Rumble or something. But again, that wouldn't make any sense. And you said that happened last year, and I didn't remember that. So they basically did that.
He appeared in the ring when they I forget what number he was. He was in the late 20s, but Undertaker went ahead and they played his gong, and all of a sudden the lights came on, and he was in the ring.
Super Chat Party.
What's up, Serious Stroke Game?
Woman rumble to start the show. Coke to get through it.
Yeah, I mean, we've said for months ago that, dude, I think I might have said it 4 or 5 months ago that I believed that the women would have a Royal Rumble match this year, and I said it would start the night. And that was months ago. 5 months ago I said that they would start the night. I went back.
I found out when we talked about it. It was before the women's Money in the Bank match, 2 weeks before, before we did our prediction video. You and I had out of nowhere, we started to say, it was one of the ones I filled in on before JD wasn't there, and we said how it'd be nice to see them have a women's Rumble, and we talked about that, and we said this is the year it's going to happen. So
talk about
that was last May.
Talk about nailing it. We knew it, and here's where is all this Dolph Ziggler winning the Rumble coming from? Also, I think the Miz is good dark horse to win it. Miz deserves a massive push. Vito V2 of Doom, thank you, Vito. The Dolph Ziggler stuff's been around for a while, so that's still there. But a lot of people just think now that he's going to challenge Bobby Roode in the Open Challenge today. And it would be weird because you gave up the belt.
I'm going with it too.
Unless the rumor was true about him creating his own title, and then he comes out with the title. But what was the point in any of that then? If that's what happens, I don't get that.
I don't know either. It's very strange. So we'll get into this. Let's go ahead and start this off right.
Yeah, you can't hear the donations either, right? You can't hear these popping up. Okay, and remind you guys, there's a 40-minute podcast on Patreon. When you're done with this, go listen to our Patreon podcast. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If $2 or more patrons can hear this. So check that out after. Paige's butt plug says, if Roman wins, we cancel, says Paige's butt plug. Thank you, Paige's butt plug. Oh, you're on video. I didn't even know you were on video. What's up?
Yeah, turn myself on.
I was about to put I was gonna put a picture of you up, and then there you are.
I put it out just for you, just for the fans.
I don't do you.
Yeah,
get that
sickness all over the microphone. Oof.
I want to be on you. All right, no, okay,
that's
sorry.
right. So we got the 6-man, no one gives a fuck cruiserweight match. Kalisto, Dorado, and Grand Metalik versus TJP, Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. This is going to officially kick off, so everybody will still be in the parking lot probably when
What's
this
that
match
for?
happens.
Is there a belt? Is that...
Nope, it's just a 6-man tag.
Nakamura wins the Rumble. The Himmel God has spoken.
Hey, it's Brian Himmelgod, Brian Himmelfarb, donating $5.
Brian fucking Himmelcock.
Brian Hummelcock. Thank you, Brian, for the 5. I agree.
Hummel S.
I am sticking with my pick of Nakamura. I have not wavered from that. I'm not going to. I don't know if it's still going to happen, but I still got to just go with... I'm still going to go with Nakamura, although it seems unlikely now, but...
Yeah, I mean, we'll get there when we get to that point, but yeah, there's so much rampant speculation. So.
Another one coming in.
If Batista wins the Royal Rumble again, please shoot me.
If Batista wins the Royal Rumble again, please shoot me. Justin Rutland says, and he gives a $5 super chat. Justin, thanks, man. Thanks for the support. Please no Batista. Not again.
I don't want to see Batista win either, but...
They won't. I can't believe they do that again.
I think it would be a bigger deal with him coming back. I figured we would have heard about it more so than just today about him being in Philly.
I think they should have figured out by what happened 4 years ago, whatever it was now. Has it been 4 years?
It's 4 years ago.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, 14, 15, 16, 4 years.
What the heck? But I figure they know now. Don't do that.
This will be the 4th year. So, as far as that cruiserweight match, I see the heels side, TJP, Gallagher, Drew Gulak coming out on top.
I expect the heels to go over too, although sometimes in these preview, whatever, the pre-shows, they tend to go face favorite. I don't know why, and maybe that's to keep the crowd happy.
I just don't think there'll be enough of a crowd in there at this point to really make a difference.
Yeah, I could see that one. I'm going to go with you on that. I think the heels will win.
So next match is which is semi-upsetting that it's on the pre-show, but you can't really knock them because the night is so stacked with big matches. I mean, we have 2 Royal Rumbles, for Christ's sake. So we got Bobby Roode with his open challenge for the U.S. title here. And, the Glorious One, he took out Jinder Mahal to be triumphant and win his first title in the main roster. The strap was vacated by Dolph Ziggler. He surrendered the title with, a set of bizarre circumstances not long ago after Clash of Champions, after he won it in a triple threat against Roode and Baron Corbin. Some people are saying that Baron Corbin would go ahead and answer the open challenge. Most people are thinking that it would end up being Dolph Ziggler. Like you said, it's really bizarre. They got stuck having the final moments of the challenge, the tournament, at SmackDown, 2 weeks ago because of the issues in Texas with not enough stars being able to show up. So they had to go ahead and have people, scramble together, and they finished the tournament that night because originally the championship match was supposed to be on the Royal Rumble pay-per-view itself.
Yeah, and I thought so too. We thought maybe it would open the night, or maybe not open the night, because I think we always thought the women would open, but
it would at least be on the pre-show.
I think one day I forgot about the women's Rumble, and I thought Bobby Roode should open the night, but I forgot about the women's Rumble. But I know that, women's Rumble, and then U.S. title, then whatever else. But yeah, I'm a little surprised, but it seems to me now that they always want a headline sort of thing on the pre-show. If that makes sense, they want the pre-show to have its headline match. And
absolutely.
I guess that would be the Bobby Roode U.S. title. I think that's way too Unfortunately, I think it's a little too bad for the U.S. title because of... Remember when John Cena just put that thing on a pedestal?
Yeah, he really built it up, and, you know, the United States Open Challenge was fantastic. He made it seem, you know, so valuable and like a great stepping stone. Like, that was what you needed, like, you know, to move on towards being a WWE or, you know, Universal Champion, either or. So, like Amanda just said, and you said, you know, she chimed in on Twitter saying if Dolph returns to fight Bobby, you know, maybe they will debut the new U.S. title, which, you know, as you said earlier in this show, kind of makes sense that they would want to do something like that because he said,
ShiBUM!
You know, moving on to bigger and
I think
better
I'm
things.
wanting Japanese. I think I'm wanting Japanese. I really think so. Nakamura and Asuka for the win.
Nakamura and Asuka, it's very possible. I'm going with those picks as safe picks. I'm not thinking outside the box too much to myself. I'm just going Nakamura and Asuka. I don't think that both of them will win. I think it's possible one of them could. And to be honest, it's possible neither one of them does.
Yeah, it could be a total swerve.
But I think that I should be in the realm of possibility with picking both of those individuals in this match. And I do, you know, want to stress to people that I really don't believe that you're going to see, you know, Kenny Omega in this Rumble. So everybody out there, some people are really sending me some pictures of Kenny Omega, and I mean, I got to tell you, it looks like they're setting up a program with him and Ibushi versus the Bullet Club, or becoming a tag. These guys are back together as a tag team. I mean, so I really don't believe you're not going to see Kenny Omega. I really, really strongly believe that. They said he was signed through 2019. That came from New Japan. Those tweets and reports came from New Japan. They're not going to help the WWE swerve everybody. So we knew that Kenny Omega wasn't going to be in the WWE. We said, yep, good for him. He will be. It said signed through 2019. Whatever that means. So do not think you're going to see Kenny Omega at this show.
Yeah, no, I think he just did this intentionally. Last year, he went ahead and he had, you know, basically blatantly denied, you know, coming to WWE and being part of the Rumble. He was very outspoken about it intentionally because I don't think he wanted anybody to be disappointed, as he said, for the show itself.
Right.
I think he was trying to get more eyes on the New Japan product with this. It was like a perfect timing for him to create rampant speculation. So I think it was just a well-intentioned and timed move. They executed it perfectly. On the day of the Rumble, he loses the U.S. title. He goes ahead and gets kicked out of the Bullet Club. And typically, anytime someone, as you mentioned earlier, gets, you know, exonerated from the Bullet Club, it means they're on their way out. So right. I don't think that's the case this time, but they wanted to make it look that way.
It is a bit of I can see why people say, because it's weird timing. This is such weird timing. This is right at the time where, you know, normally when this stuff happens, you know, somebody shows up in the WWE or something. So I get that, but yeah, you're not. There's no way that's happening this time.
Yeah, exactly.
So that being said, let's move on, I guess, to the next pre-show. And real quick, wow, damn, there was something I was going to say that we talked about in our podcast earlier, but now I can't remember what the hell it was. So, whatever. Let's just move on, I suppose.
Yeah. Next pre-show match we have is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the Revival. So this was added recently as well. You know, basically coming off of getting their asses kicked by every legend in the Manhattan Center on Raw 25. The Revival are going to lock horns with the club again. I think they won't be accompanied by Finn Balor at this point, but I think that'll come into play later on in the Royal Rumble itself. Part of this prediction also coincides with the Tag Team Championship prediction. My thought here is that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson will come on top of the Revival.
Whoa, wait a minute. What did you just say? No, I'm sorry.
They'll come on top of them.
I'm sorry. I'm a child. I'm a child. I'm 5. I'm 10. I
had the same thought. So they'll prevail there. And when we get into the Raw Tag Team Championship match tonight, we have Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus the Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus. I think Rollins and Jordan will win tonight, but they're going to lose the belts to the club at Elimination Chamber. And that'll set up Rollins versus Jason Jordan at WrestleMania.
Rollins versus Jason Jordan at WrestleMania. Yep, it
Yeah,
seems like
that's
going
being
that way.
advertised currently as their proposed plan. They're going to have a heel
Hi,
Jason
Joe.
Jordan
I
take on
wonder
face
if we'll
Seth
have the
Rollins.
Golden Elite and a Bullet Club Civil War.
Golden Elite and Bullet Club Civil War. I mean, maybe there may be a Civil War, maybe a split. Right now, it really, to me, based on what I saw, and I got to be honest, I didn't see much of it, but what I saw leads me to believe that it's going to be like Ibushi and Omega versus the Bullet Club. I don't know what, and I get that, I mean, Ibushi was there with Omega before, but yeah, it just seems like it's going to be a tag team situation. I don't know if they'll feud a bunch or if they're going to move him away from the Bullet Club. You would think that they would keep feuding with them, but the numbers are different. They don't have the numbers yet. Not that they couldn't build something and create this big rivalry. You're looking at Wolfpack, NWO versus regular NWO type of situation. I mean, maybe. I'm not sure, but I don't think
it is possible. But I think, as you said, we're going to see Ibushi and Omega team up against the club, the Bullet Club.
Yeah, in some way, yeah. What, honey? That's tea. Oh yeah,
so
guys.
Yeah, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. I think they're going to beat the Revival. What do you think?
Luke Gallows. Yeah, I think they're going to beat the Revival. It's too bad though because the Revival really needs to get going here, but it seems like they're going to be a punching bag here. And
a lot of people think that the Revival is going to win. They're the favored winners of this match as far as Vegas goes. But I don't see them getting back on track yet. I think it's going to take a little bit longer. So.
Yeah, and I think part of that, too, is the trust issue. They show up, they get injured again. And I think it's like, well, you guys are going to have to prove that you can hang around for a while now. You're going to have to put together consecutive amount of time. The thing that stinks about that is they're so good. And if they're allowed to be dominant, they can really come off as believable as tag team champions and the team. So
exactly.
But unfortunately, at this point, I'm just happy to have them based on their absence before. So whatever, let's just take what we get and see what happens. Maybe their time will come next year.
Yeah, it's certainly, their time in the sun will come. They're a great tag team. They go hard all day, all night. All right, so now we're going to kick off the actual
Jake,
Royal
wait a
Rumble
second. Wait
here.
a second, Jake. Look at this. Ready? Watch this. Subscribe to the channel. You will subscribe to this channel. We've been here for 4 years. You should subscribe right now to this channel. Don't miss the daily wrestling videos. And if you subscribe to this channel, God will let you win $1 million tomorrow. I swear to God. Okay. I'm sorry. What's wrong with me? Go ahead.
Sorry, you broke my brain a little bit there.
Ryan, fucking
No,
pummel
I
him,
gotta
O'Cock.
subscribe quick. Hold on a second.
Okay, hit that sub button. There you go. Look, Tyrion did. Tyrion Lannister did. Why won't you?
Ryan, fucking pummel him, O'Cock.
There we go. Had to make sure.
Fuck you.
So we got the women's
cocksucker.
30-woman Royal Rumble match for a championship shot at WrestleMania 34. Again, you might pick winners. I'm picking scenarios for this. It's kind of a cop-out, but I have so many ideas at this point in time. I have basically 3 things that I think could happen. I will narrow it down to 1, but we'll go with the obvious. 1 is that Asuka wins. 2 is that Ronda Rousey's full of shit. She is going to be there tonight. She might be filming a movie as well. But that Rousey does show up. She goes ahead. She wins the Women's Rumble. And Asuka then wins the title at Elimination Chamber because they're supposed to have a female Elimination Chamber as well.
Will Stephanie,
as we saw
Stephanie
advertised.
Hey, look, more subscribers. Look at this. See, everyone's listening. See?
It worked.
Lemedale suck us. Hey, will Stephanie McMahon get in the Rumble tonight?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think she might have until she was announced as the announcer. Yes, announcers have gotten off the announce table and gone into the Rumble previously, but I don't see her doing that. I think she's got her chance to shine. She's going to get her special entrance before the Rumble starts. She'll come down. She'll start crying. Women's rights.
What do you think if see what they could have done is they could have had her be 29 and be like, "Oh, I guess I got 29. You know, pretty whatever. And she gets up, she gets in the ring, and then you know, Ronda Rousey's number 30. But of course she'd be like, "Oh my God, no!" But it's like, you didn't know this. You didn't know Ronda was going to be 30.
You didn't know she was going to be there. Yeah, exactly. So there's
I think
no
it would
like
be a
clean way
mistake.
to do it.
I think it would shut up all the people that are like really mad about her being there. Lucia Martinez, thank you for the subscription.
Yeah, because her and Ronda have history, obviously, from WrestleMania. What was it, 30 or 31?
Yeah, whatever. WrestleMania play button, whichever one that was.
I think that's 31.
31. Yeah, Brian was 30.
Yeah, when Triple H and you know, Stephanie got tooled by Ronda, basically. So my third scenario is this: Ronda Rousey does come out, and Asuka eliminates Ronda. Ronda gets mad, sneaks back into the ring, and eliminates Asuka. And now there's a little bit of controversy because Asuka still didn't lose per se, because
thank you, Mark.
You know, Ronda was already eliminated, but Nia Jax ends up winning the Women's Rumble, and now we see Nia versus, you know, Alexa Bliss for the title at Mania. And the reason we get that is it'll be best friend versus best friend, and they can have their Total Diva angle that they've been building on Total Divas. And this will bring Asuka versus Ronda for WrestleMania as well.
Thank you, Ashton, for the sub. Yeah, that would be another way to get it there. And I suppose that Asuka could just win the Rumble, whatever. Camille, thank you for the sub. Look at the sub. See what's happening. God has spoken.
Yeah, it works.
See what happened, Jake? See what you made fun of me. Subscribe will subscribe, or puppets will die. Yeah, I'm just gonna go boring. Boring old Asuka. Young Republican. I'm gonna go boring old Asuka.
I think that's what's gonna happen as well.
What if somebody else? What if who else could win that? Man, I don't know who else could win that would make any.
Becky Lynch is also a you know favored women to finish out up top. As far as surprises, I think the iconic duo will show up tonight. You know, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay.
Well, we also Billie Kay could show up. Yeah, I'd like to see her and a couple of the NXT people.
Yeah.
What did I say? Do you remember what I? Do you remember what I said, Jake, about because remember Asuka didn't she beat Bliss in a non-title match?
Yes, she did. She beat her on Raw 2 weeks ago.
It was a while. I thought it was even longer ago, but Keith Edwards, thanks for the sub.
It wasn't, it was recent.
I think what I said was like that if she didn't win the Rumble, that she could then beat her for the title, and Ronda would win the Rumble. So Ronda Rousey would win the Rumble. Asuka is already owed a title match in a way, because she pinned the champion. They set this up. They set this up weeks ago. Asuka pinned the champion, and they said at this point she deserves a title match now because she pinned Alexa Bliss.
Exactly, clean too. So there was no outside interference, no BS. She beat her dead center of the ring.
So you're like, okay, well they set that up. So if somebody throws Asuka out cheaply tonight, like they pull her out. Like say, my thought was Alexa Bliss would show up. And because she had this little rivalry with Asuka that I think is tapered off now, but if they had kept going with that, it would have made sense if Alexa would have jumped out of the crowd and pulled Asuka out of the match. That way Asuka couldn't win the Rumble. But then, Kurt Angle was like, well, she didn't win the Rumble, but she did pin you, and she deserves a title shot. And then Alexa loses the belt to Asuka, who then becomes the champion, and then Ronda wins the Royal Rumble. And now it's Ronda versus Asuka, which, I don't want that to happen. I was just worried that was a scenario. I don't want that to happen.
I think it'd be good if it does happen. I was a big Ronda Rousey fan. Everybody in this house is, and I liked her in the UFC. I'd be curious to see what she can do in the ring. So,
what is this?
Jake, that was some funny shit. Any rumors, OR sightings of NXT male OR female stars appearing in their respective rumbles?
Well, funny, I think you just mentioned that actually. One of the NXT expectants.
Yeah. Also announced today is Kelly is obviously in Philadelphia. So are Nikki and Brie Bella. So they're there as well. It's also said that Trish Stratus was seen in Philadelphia, but I haven't seen that confirmed anywhere. She's the only one that I haven't seen confirmed yet.
So she could show up then. That's interesting. But I hope a couple women come back. It'd be cool and whatever. But I'm not that excited about it, to be honest. I'm not that excited. I'd like Trish to come out and do something.
Yeah, Trish would definitely be interesting to see. I'd like to see her come out and, you know, like really tool like the Riot Squad or somebody.
You know, Trish Stratus' return was ruined for me when she had that match with Snooki. When she did that WrestleMania. Remember that?
Yeah.
The one where John Morrison like wouldn't hug her or whatever. That was so
funny.
weird. That a weird.
He wanted nothing to do with her there, yeah.
Well, I think it was his girlfriend that was like, "You better not touch her."
Yeah, it was what's her name?
Yeah, she was jealous, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember his girlfriend's name. Chad will help us out.
But also, you know, you could see she comes back, and now she gets the tag with John Morrison.
Melina,
yeah, and you're not in the match. Why not Melina and Morrison? You know, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Melina could come back. How about Melina? Melina coming back tonight.
I haven't heard anything about her so far. I've seen Trish Stratus, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Jacqueline, Terry Reynolds, Kelly, and Molly Holly. I don't imagine Terry Reynolds fighting in the ring.
ShiBUM!
Or Jacqueline.
Damn it, Joe. I'm giving out $1 million to a new subscriber. At least give the Himmel God a heads up first.
Oh, God, yeah, right. Brian Himmelfarb. Thank you for the $5. Here it is again. Let's play the clip.
Brian fucking Hummel Himmelcock.
Thank you, Brian. If I had $1 million, Brian, I would have never accepted any money you sent me.
Exactly.
God damn, I don't have any money. I'm in
Himmel
trouble.
God doesn't know that he's the one funding the $1 million giveaway.
Himmel God doesn't know I owe the government $40,000. Or whatever it is. I don't know. But yeah, it'll be crazy. But no, thank you to Brian, big time supporter of the show. He's this guy drops bombs on Monetize This. Like, I mean, I can't imagine. I can't even believe that he does what he does, and everybody does what they do on Monetize This. Was so fun, so controversial. We are hard at work at the list of rules, by the way. Just so anybody out there is wondering about that, me and Leah and hopefully Bailey and Ken, perhaps everybody, are going to do a podcast where we read the new rules and we talk about them and discuss them.
That's a smart way to go, you know, have some concrete things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told Leah I had a few ideas for her because, you know, it's hard when you got the timer at the end. And so you have to, there's no way to turn donations off per se. You can only pause them, you know.
Right.
So if there was a way to do that where, like, you know.
The truth of the matter is it wouldn't really end. I mean, we would have to go. We'd have to go until like 7 a.m. and then like we would sit there and wait, and probably donations may finally stop a little bit.
Or someone else would chime in again and again.
Yeah, and then somebody else would start going $1, $5, $3.
Exactly.
It's like, oh my God, it would get so.
I do think if it's that close, though, I know you know, if you win by a point, you win by a point. But at the end there, when it, you know, I think what you should have done is maybe have a 5-minute sudden death. You know, Ken and Tommy should have had 5 minutes.
That's how I thought about that. But then
Zero out
it
the
would have started
points.
the whole problem over again, though. I bet.
Yeah,
we would have had. I think every ending is going to be like that because somebody decides in the last 30 seconds to donate, but it doesn't pop up in time. But how are you ever going to stop it? The only way to stop it is to shut them off so someone can't do it, which you can't do. So.
Yeah.
Just that's why I said, hey, there's 10 minutes up. You have 10 minutes. If you want to make your last minute one, do it now. Like, don't wait till 3 minutes. But whatever, that's for another day. But we'll get into it. We'll try to solve that shit. Solve that problem.
And then TSS put up another conspiracy video.
Dude, this was like a 9-minute video that he did.
Oh, it was so good. Okay, Fabe, you know, doing the voiceover for it was hilarious.
We listened to that on Corrupted the other night, and that was funny as hell.
Yeah,
it was good.
So good. So next matchup, you know, I definitely see Asuka winning as far as the women's goes. Like I said, I gave you the 3 scenarios. People in Vegas are predicting Becky Lynch at this point too. Asuka, Becky Lynch. So those are the 2 coming from Vegas. Once, you know, Rousey said she wasn't going to show up, it changed to Becky Lynch. So,
I'm surprised the people bought it, that it didn't stay with her anyway, but.
Yeah, I figured that would have just been an oversight. But
I will go Asuka, and I will say to some people in the chat were wondering, the kickoff show is going to start at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S.
Yep.
So we are 2 hours away from
7 hours of destruction.
From 7 hours of just the show. And it's funny, I'm watching the Rumble now from '98, and it's the beginning. I didn't remember Billy Gunn's shoe came off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I totally
forgot about that.
Man, I love Billy Gunn. What's up, Billy Gunn? Thank you to Brian Himmelfarb for that $5 and becoming a $5 ShiBUM. All right, Jake.
So next up, we got Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus. I basically gave my prediction before. I said that until the Lunatic Fringe returns, he's not going to be back till like August, I'm guessing at this point. Yeah, apparently he's not doing well with recovery. So
Jesus, there was even some places that were not very credible, but they were already starting stories like retiring or like his career is over.
No, I don't think his career is over, but the injury ended up being a lot more serious with that torn tricep muscle, and first inclination said that it'll be a few weeks. He might even make Mania. Now, no. I mean, Samoa Joe's still up in the air as well. We'll see what happens there, but everything we've seen so far, I think that Rollins and Jordan are going to retain here, just so that they can lose it next month, and that'll keep the rivalry essentially building slowly. I think they want more of a slow burn here.
Yeah.
And what they'll get is, Jason Jordan will continue to screw Seth, and then finally we'll see him and Seth face each other at Mania. So I see Cesaro and Sheamus losing here.
Which we said would be a good match, but like Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan theoretically should be a good match. But we you wonder that it's kind of like a weird step down for Seth Rollins. Like he's already sort of having to like get involved and help out a new younger talent when Seth
yet again,
and it's like, this was the guy who was the WWE champion at a time, and you wonder how upset he's starting to get. If he is, I don't know if he is. And listen, wrestling Jason Jordan at WrestleMania is going to be awesome, or it could be awesome. But still in the back of your mind, you're probably thinking, okay, I'll do this year. And, even last year with what happened. But next year, I better be back on top again.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you figure he hasn't had a great track record when it comes to WrestleMania as far as matches. Yes, he won the belt by cashing in the Money in the Bank. That was amazing. That was one hell of a moment. But he had a great match with Randy Orton, but he lost, So he had to do the job then. Yes, they paid it back to him, but then he missed the year following, correct? Yeah. He missed 32.
I remember, and then Triple H's match.
Yeah, at 33, so.
And they had the Shield. The year the Shield was really hot, I think all they got was they beat the crap out of the Outlaws.
Yeah, the New Age Outlaws and Corporate Kane. It was like a 3-minute match. It was really short. So, I mean, his match with Triple H was good. It was definitely entertaining to watch, and his entrance was cool. But you figure he wanted to be the champion at this point. So
yeah, you thought that was the swerve right there. Like, it's not the swerve, but the swerve in the road. Like, all right, listen, you're not going to be in the picture and all that again this year, but you're going to wrestle Triple H. Like, so that's pretty cool. But now it's like, well, if you get Jordan. I wonder how Seth feels. Is my thing is, I wonder how he really feels. Is he like optimistic and like, oh man, Jason's such a good athlete, like we're gonna tear the house down? Is he looking at it like, we're really gonna kick ass? Hey, shout out to Tom Cushney in the chat. What's up, Tom? Longtime friend of mine. I love that guy.
Oh, there you go.
What's up,
and
Tom?
Jason Jordan apparently has been out of action with a back injury. That's why Seth has been doing most of the grunt work. And last night, Roman Reigns filled in for Seth Rollins at a live event in Baltimore, and they went ahead and they said that people there said that Jason Jordan only did one move in the match, which was a clothesline. So Jason Jordan was supposed to apparently keep up tonight, but we haven't heard any more about this back injury. Kevin Owens also worked last night in Richmond. And it said that he's had a back injury, as we've known, for quite a while, but apparently that's been nagging him more and more. So,
and Jordan, right, too? Isn't Jordan said to be hurt?
Yeah, Jason Jordan. When I mentioned first, he's got a back injury, and then Kevin Owens as well. So,
hit that sub button down below, or God's gonna punish us all. Okay, so what are we on to next?
Next, we go ahead and we have the SmackDown main event. We have the handicap match for the WWE Championship. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, a.k.a. Cammy, will be taking on AJ Styles. So, this is one title that shouldn't change hands. I don't want to see a co-champion thing happen. I know Kevin Owens is still working injured. I know Sami Zayn can put on a decent match as well. I'm curious to see how the triple, threat dynamic works here. Even though it's a handicap match, I think they might slightly start to turn on each other a little bit here, and I think that'll be the downfall of their team.
Wow, already?
They won't like maliciously attack each other, but I think they might try and go for no, I'll get the pinfall. No, I'll get the pinfall. Kind of like a one-up each other.
If that happens, I will tip my cap to you and send you like my own gold. I really think that Shane's gonna show up to like counter Owens or something like that. You know what I mean?
I had pictured that Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon will come out and somehow get into the fray with this, but I also think at one point we're going to see not them turning on each other outright. It won't be that yet, but I think we're going to see Kevin Owens goes for the pin and then Sammy moves him out of the way, and Darth Vader gets involved right after, and sounds like me.
My 2-year-old runs up to me and makes me put this on. Then he runs away like hee hee hee. So that's what just happened. That's why I put that on. So some of the surprises to go into the Rumble, we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah.
I have AJ retaining here, though.
Definitely have AJ. It would be, I get it. It would get them a lot of heat if they were co-champions. Like that would really piss people off, but it would be really weird. It would anger me, I think, in the wrong way. I would be really pissed off. So let's take a phone call. 717. What's up, 717?
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
What's up, man? I wasn't really requesting calls, so the phone lines were open. I saw you call, so here we are.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. I just thought you said call the show.
No. Like, I'm not saying
4 years since SummerSlam with Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton and Triple H.
Hey, man, I love you, dude. I wasn't saying you shouldn't call. I was saying, hey, man, you're gonna get right on because the phone lines are actually open. So I was like, I'm gonna take the call. But yeah, dude, what's up? That's crazy.
I appreciate that.
You remember? I used to have a crappy mic.
For you guys, Seth Rollins bringing back the blackout. Then last night he debuted it with a new theme. What do you think as him as a dark horse tonight for the Royal Rumble, getting the rub?
That could be, and not facing Jason Jordan. That would be interesting. It does seem to me crappy that he would just get Jordan, the dark horse, to win the match. Wow, Rumble, that would be something else. What's his new
Styles versus Tyler Black, or AKA Seth Rollins back in the day? Now, that'd be amazing.
What's his new music? Did anybody hear this? I haven't heard this.
It's on Twitter right now. It's got a little bit of a Triple H theme, but then it brings back. It's kind of like a remix then with his old theme. So
I didn't hear
it's pretty good. It's on YouTube right now. I just actually looked it up, and I was like, holy crap. So they bring back, the blackout. Now they bring back his new theme. I'm thinking maybe he's getting a rub.
That's cool.
Wow, dude, good call. I had no idea. That's really good. That feels so much more like he's his own person again. Like that was his move. Nothing else
I'll
worked.
have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll look that up right now.
Yeah, man, it's all over Twitter right now, and it happened last night at the live event in Baltimore. So,
damn,
that was my question, man. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. Love you guys. Appreciate everything you guys do. So,
yeah, thank you very much. We'll hang up on him. But
great call. Good to know.
Thanks for listening too. That guy's been listening since my first live review at SummerSlam 13. So.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
For sure. That's awesome.
Let's dig that theme up. I'm gonna go find that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. See what you find and
get this copyright hit, so I can not make any money today.
Exactly, but hey, it works. We got to hear what happens. I want to hear what this new theme is. Sounds like
ShiBUM.
Hey Joe and Jake, do you think Ono will be in the Rumble tonight? Hope you guys are ready for the riot at the end of the night.
Oh my God.
But seriously, I just hope anyone besides Roman wins. I swear for him to win again would just kill me.
In Philly, dude, those people might kill somebody. It's too bad this isn't after the Super Bowl. That way they could have just experienced Tom Brady beating them in the Super Bowl, because then
and then they could have really rubbed it in the heel heat.
Yes, then these fans would have rioted. I almost feel like Triple Gaming, thank you. I almost feel like this is the perfect time for Reigns to win, because if he wins, the fans will be like, ShiBUM, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Foul-mouthed Ken My Nickel will win the Rumble and main event WrestleMania for the monetize this championship in New Orleans. Hashtag anyone but Roman. Hashtag Hummel Himmelcock. Hi Joe and Jake.
Brian fucking Hummel Himmelcock.
Hummel Himmelcock. Bry Guy, thank you, man. Thanks to Triple Gaming and Bry Guy for the $5. Thank you, guys. You guys are the ones that keep this show running and allow me to do these reviews. Without your donations, we wouldn't be here anymore because YouTube has shut down everything we do. But what I will say is, you know, I'm wondering if we should do a virtual Rumble for the belt sometime. That'd be funny.
That would be cool.
Do a Rumble for the... Let the Rumble in the 2K game decide who the real champion is and monetize this. That would be funny. And stream it like on a pay-per-view event or something.
Have to make, you know, Leah's creative character a man.
Oh, yeah, we would have to do that because that's stupid game.
So she could fight.
She'd be mad because she'd be ugly. She'd be like, I'm not... That's ugly.
That's all right. You can get her some pretty hair.
Show my tatas. All right, where's this?
Get enough testosterone in there. Next match we have on our list is the 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I've gone back and forth with this, and I don't want the New Day to lose. Or New Day. I don't want the Usos to lose. But people are saying that the New Day might interfere. That's where I was going with this. I don't see that happening either, because they've built this up so much already. I don't know why people are having that kind of speculation, but it doesn't really make sense to me here to have them come in and interfere. They've been, you know, the
New Day interfere?
Yeah, in the match. They're saying that they want the New Day to focus on the tag team titles again. I don't think that has any real credibility to it. I think that's more just a fantasy angle. But I hope the Usos aren't going to be punished with, you know, Jay's DUI and everything that happened there. I mean, we saw him lose clean on SmackDown to Chad Gable this past week.
Yeah, that was worrisome. That was the thing where I was like, uh-oh, like they may be getting slapped around a little bit.
Yeah, so that could, you know, really undo all the hard work they've done as of late. And, I mean, they did beat the tag champs on SmackDown as well, and, you know, the referee reversed it because it wasn't the proper legal man. But I as much as I want the Usos to retain here, I think Gable and Benjamin are going to win. For some reason, I think that it's this you know, a title change has to happen, and I don't see another title change happening tonight. So this is where it's going to happen.
Which is, it's too bad because I think the Usos have great momentum, and I feel like, you know, Chad Gable without Jordan isn't as good, and they weren't doing the best anyway, even though they were a great tag team. Their character was stripped down. They weren't given one by the WWE when they got to the main roster, and it's just kind of like substituting one guy for another. And to be honest, yeah, I'd be surprised. I think you're right, though. I think you're right. I think the belts might change hands. I don't agree with that. I think the Usos maybe should go to Mania and keep the belts even at Mania and keep going. But it does feel like they're going to win them, and then maybe the Usos win them back at Mania or somebody else. But, yeah, I feel like a title change is coming here with those two, which is weird. I would keep the belts. In fact, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. Because I would keep the belts on the Usos, I'm going to pick the Usos to retain the belts. Just because I think that's what they should do. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the Usos retain, even though there is something smelly afoot here, you know?
Yeah, you know, definitely something afoul.
Yeah, that's a better word.
I don't see them retaining, unfortunately, even though I want them to. I think they are fantastic. They've got a full head of, you know, steam going here.
Yeah,
I hope they're not being punished, but certainly feels that way. So,
well, DT Productions, Logan Whale, Stupid Idiots, and Maze, thanks for the sub. Oaksta, and Davis as well, and Rajan, and thank you guys so much for subbing to the channel. We're having a subscription party, so make sure you subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna kill an animal. I'm just kidding. We're getting ready for the Royal Rumble here with Jake DeMarco, Countdown Ended, and myself, and all you guys. Joe Uso got busted, so WWE will punish them. Yeah, Elias. I mean, it seems like that.
Kind of seems that way.
I don't know. Hey, Thomas Rawson, thanks for saying we're cool. Also, what's up to Omega? And Sarah Small.
They definitely want to set up something that says, you know, you're going to be punished regardless of your place in the company.
I think they're really getting sick of this, too. They're getting sick of, you know, naughty tapes being released, pictures being sent to people that are leaking.
Absolutely.
You know, you got people DUIs happening. You know, Adam Rose and his wife's situation, Rich Swann, and now the Enzo Amore, everything that he did, because there was way more stuff that he was doing that was irritating them.
Yeah.
I mean,
apparently there's a rumor going around too that has a bit of credibility, saying that Enzo asked before he became Cruiserweight champion to be released from his contract. He was going to go focus on other ventures. He was said that he was focusing on his becoming a full-time rapper. He wanted to go into his rap career.
I'm friends with Post Malone. I'm friends with Post Malone. We're going to see Enzo Amore in a Post Malone video.
It's coming anytime now. But they said that he wanted to be pursue his career as a full-time rapper and possibly even get into acting. So,
if he said stuff like that, that would piss them off, because they're like, you're not focused on what you're doing here. Like, there's a difference what the Miz had to go through and did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That guy survived. That guy wanted it to survive what he did. And to go through what he did.
And the Miz also, you figure he went ahead and he's doing films for WWE Studios. He's doing The Marine and things like that, the Holiday Bounty movies. So he's also helping the company as well as getting the acting, credit he deserves. So it's twofold.
Guys, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Real Joe Cronin, at Real Joe Cronin on Twitter
thank
today.
You to Derek, who sent us the new Seth Rollins theme here on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, let me play some of this. Let's see this.
Check this out.
Oh. Wow, it's really like, dude, I'm at a metal show, dude, like fucking.
Ooh, I like that a lot better. It's got a lot of real heavy, palm muted guitar, and it's pretty sweet. I like that.
It sounds like the Out of Nowhere theme.
It kind of has that.
It sounds like the Out of Nowhere theme.
Yeah, it's got the beginning sound for that.
This is it sounds. I mean, it really.
Yet again, they're stealing something.
They're stealing my. I mean, like no, really, like it's not a joke. This sounds like the beginning. Let me play some of this. Listen to this, guys. You tell me if this. For the people that are new right now, we do a show on Wednesday nights right here on the Joe Cronin Show. It's called Out of Nowhere. We talk about wrestling, and the theme song goes like this. So let's listen to the beginning of Seth's song. Here it is. Very, very similar. I mean, all metal hardcore is, but here's a little bit more. This is definitely slower in a slower time, though. But yeah, but the point is, I like it. The reason why I chose the Out of Nowhere music is because I like that stuff. So, yeah, with Seth Rollins' music, I'm digging that stuff. But here's a little more because I like this.
Fuck BG in its mouth. Fuck Russell, tear it out. Do the same with SmackDown, same result. Week to week, scream and shout. We are told to shut our mouths. No more lies, thorn in your eye. We're all together. This is war.
But yeah, it's got that sort of just chaos metal vibe to it, which
absolutely that new metal.
I'm down with that. I like this. I think I like this. We'll find out tonight, but
yeah, we'll see what happens.
The only thing that we can prove that WWE stole from me is Tyson Kidd's fact and Cesaro's
entrance.
Cesaro's entrance of ripping his suit
You mapped
off.
that out perfectly, and then it happens.
Yeah, I mean,
spot on.
Everything else is just it's just all coincident. What did Keemstar called it? Parallel thinking last night, because I said, hey, dude, I've been calling him Tinfoil Tommy since 2014, way before you knew him. So can I get some credit for actually being the one to coin the phrase Tinfoil Tommy? And so I just said that to him and whatever. He goes, yeah, Joe, I know that, but, I didn't know you did that. So it's parallel thinking or something.
Parallel thinking.
And it's true.
Obviously, it was tweeted out, He read the tweets, and then he said he came up with it. People tweeted out Tinfoil Tommy from this show,
Yeah, but,
He read the tweets, he was tagged in them, and then all of a sudden he came up with it.
It's okay. Keep copying me, everybody. It's all good.
That's all right. So next we get into the triple threat match for the Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Kane. Really, I think this is going to be a short match. Honestly, I think this is going to be like sub 10-minute match, kind of Goldberg-esque, where it's just a few heavy high spots. Not going to be much more havoc than normal, but they're not going to do anything too severe because they got the Rumble to focus on. So I think that they're going to, the one way of avoiding what looks like a predictable outcome.
WWE cease and desist, lol.
Oh, cease and desist, says Man of 1,005 Hold. Yeah, it might happen, man. Thanks,
right?
man.
Yeah, one of the ways they avoid this, is to have Braun pin Kane, but I don't see that happening yet. I'd love to see Braun win the title and have Brock take it back at Elimination Chamber, then go into Mania, but eventually Braun will be champion. Hopefully it's sooner than later, but I think Brock Lesnar is going to retain tonight.
Super Chat Party.
Oh, Super Chat, baby.
Think any legends from Raw 25 will be in Rumble?
A legend. I mean, right now, legends at the Rumble. I mean, I'm hearing I've heard Carlito's. I mean, I don't call him a legend at the Rumble, but Carlito's been named. Ricochet's been named. Lita, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Batista.
Yeah, Undertaker, Sting, Batista.
Undertaker, Trish Stratus. Ronda Rousey is still in play for people.
Yeah.
Daniel
We'll
Bryan.
get into that in a minute because I've got a list here. So.
Okay, yeah, all right. We'll talk about Daniel Bryan in the Rumble too after.
Yeah. So who do you think will win the Universal Championship triple threat?
I got to keep it on Brock. I really can't fathom you would give this to anybody else other than to shock people. But I think that really hurts Brock, and inevitably it hurts Reigns if he was going to beat Brock. So to me, this title would stay with Brock. I mean, unless you were going to finally move on now. You decided now. We're moving on now. We're not waiting till WrestleMania for someone to beat him. That's predictable. Let's have Braun go. That's it. It's on. So it's not Brock Lesnar putting somebody over finally at WrestleMania, putting a new guy over finally at WrestleMania. It's not that. It's Brock Lesnar passing the torch now to Braun Strowman, which breeds more unpredictability for WrestleMania. I could see them doing that, but other than that,
cool.
Yeah, but other than that, I keep it on Brock. I'm just going to bet that Brock keeps it.
Especially because they made Braun look so strong. I mean, he flipped a truck, took down, everybody multiple times. He did the grappling hook stage takedown. I mean, he's caused more havoc than ever before. What else did he do? He put everybody through the announce table, and it just he's wrecked shop multiple times.
And I know that I'm sick of him too. I'm sick of Brock Lesnar with this stuff. When it comes down to the match,
Brock's been champion since Mania. How many times have we seen him defend the belt? How many times has he been on TV? He doesn't feel like a special attraction. I don't like him holding the belt. Everybody knows how I feel about Brock.
Feels like he's holding it hostage.
Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of his. I've never really cared for his matches since he's been back with the company.
Enjoyed it
his
though.
First run.
I don't agree though. I've enjoyed when the bell rings, and it's Brock versus Goldberg. Loved it. When it was who was he just faced recently I liked the match.
He fought Braun, Samoa Joe.
Oh, maybe it was
Big Show.
No, it wasn't. Maybe it was Samoa Joe's match. There was a match he just had. His last match I thought I liked.
Yeah, it was him and Braun, him and Samoa Joe.
I can't remember. Oh, whatever. But yeah, I'm sick of it too. Just we need to. I was hoping this would be the last year. You know, I was hoping this year at WrestleMania or whatever, he would pass the torch to a younger talent, because Brock needs to pass the torch to a younger talent. Goldberg and the Undertaker matches don't matter. There's going to be somebody new who beats him, and they're going to get a giant rub from that. They're going to get a huge push from beating Brock Lesnar, being the only like active wrestler and younger wrestler to defeat Brock Lesnar. It's going to be a big situation. I thought years ago that was going to be Daniel Bryan, but because of the stuff that went down with Daniel Bryan, that didn't happen, and Roman didn't get to do it the first time because Seth showed up. So
yeah, and look at the chat explode. It's AJ Styles at Survivor Series. You like that match?
Oh yes, okay. Thank God. Thank you, chat. Yes, I liked AJ Styles versus Brock. I thought that was I thought it was intriguing, that match.
Yeah. See, I wasn't. I didn't get behind it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't one of my, memorable matches with him either. So
I thought it was. I thought it was different. I thought
if there was, you liked it.
If there was 5 to 10 matches you had to make me watch a Brock's, I would have put that AJ Styles match on there just because, man, AJ made it look so good compared to like, Brock versus most people. It's just a brute match. That wasn't like that though.
I just felt like Brock held back a lot. Like he really didn't put enough out there. He did just enough to make it serviceable and passable.
See, I thought he did that in some of the other matches. Like Goldberg, he did that,
Yeah, Goldberg.
Dean Ambrose, he did that. Dean Ambrose,
he really did that. I feel like with Braun, though, he phoned it in pretty badly, not really calling many spots. And same thing with Samoa Joe. I just know, the level that Brock can wrestle at, what he can deliver. I feel like we don't get to see that often enough. He just feels lazy. Like he gets out there, he knows he's getting paid an insane amount of money to begin with, so he just does just enough to keep, the boss happy.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we can move on now. I'm sorry, I went on a tirade. But yeah, Brock Lesnar wins.
Next we have the WWE Royal Rumble match. So this is, pretty...
Elias #1.
Yeah, I think Elias is going to be #1. I agree with you there because they're going to have him. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias, he'll do his, thing in the ring with his guitar. It'll be cool. I think the crowd is going to be really, really receptive to him. And I don't think Ty Dillinger is going to be #10 again. I think he'll be #2 or 3. I think he's going to come out early on.
I think he might be #10 again.
Do you? I didn't think they'd repeat that twice in a row.
I think they will. I think it's stupid, but I think they'll do it.
Yeah, I think it's just stupid.
It's goofy, but I got Ty #10, Elias #1.
Yeah, it'd be cool if Elias was #1 and Cena was #2, and they had time to battle it out a little bit.
I think Roman. I'm picking Roman 15.
Really? So not too early, but not too late. Right, dead smack in the middle.
Yeah, I'm going middleman with Roman.
I can see that. That makes a good deal of sense to me.
Do you think Scott Hall will show up as one of the surprises? Scott Hall in the Rumble?
No, I don't think he's...
He didn't look like he could be in the Rumble.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was physically able to compete.
Although, Jake, when I called Bully Ray's match last year, when I called that Pro Wrestling Mass match, it was a year and a half ago now, actually, maybe. He was in the ring, and dude, he punched a couple people, threw a couple people around, got thrown out of the ring, and then thrown into a steel pole and sold it pretty good.
Oh, maybe.
And, I couldn't believe, because I didn't know he was going to get involved in the match, so I was at ringside calling the match with Matt Stryker, and I was, like, in my head, like, holy shit. And it's too bad those asshats at whatever, the Pro Wrestling Mass people, they never put the DVD out. So because they were supposed to make a DVD and all this stuff, they ended up not doing it.
Yeah, that's one of the ones we were waiting to see.
But yeah, it's like, dude, I wanted to. Dude, I would have paid the guy. But whatever. I mean, they released a lot of DVDs over there. They released a ton of DVDs, but they didn't release this one. And it's like, oh man, I got to call a Bully Ray match, and also, to have Razor be there, Scott Hall be there, and to be able to call that, I was like, wow, I can't wait to add this to my, highlight reel. And sure enough, they didn't release the DVDs, and I don't think they did another. They didn't run again after that. Actually, to be honest, that company stopped.
Yeah, that was it. So
it's too bad timing, unfortunately. But
he could surprise everybody, but so far we've got 18 entrants that we know for sure. Channel, let me know if there's anybody else that I missed. But we have Elias, Randy Orton, Nakamura, Cena and Balor, Baron Corbin, Woken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, Rusev, Aiden English, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, The Miz, Ty Dillinger, Big E Langston, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods and Roman Reigns.
It doesn't feel like a big enough Rumble yet, does it? It feels...
Right, it doesn't. So that's why I said, who else do we have to look forward to? I think Pete Dunne is definitely one.
Yep.
I think we'll see Jinder Mahal. So that's 19 and 20. I think we'll see Goldust. That's 21. Kurt Hawkins probably. They like to have somebody to throw around. So that's 22.
You think EC3? People are saying EC3. You think EC3? I think he's. We both think he's going to NXT.
Yeah, he was in the NXT audience. They said he was signed to NXT last night. I don't see him in the Rumble.
I mean, we don't, because I don't think enough people would be like, "Oh God, he's here."
Yeah.
Nobody would.
It would get a good pop, but I don't think he would. No, I think he's just too NXT bound.
Here's the other question: is will we
Slater? That's another one. I think he'll show up. Mojo.
That'd be depressing if all these people it would be really a weak Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, we got Hideo Itami. I don't think Hideo will show up. Bubba Ray Dudley is supposed to be there, right? Wasn't he rumored to be in the Rumble at one point?
He might be.
Yeah. Billy Gunn was another one that was rumored after showing up. Braun, people are saying Braun might go into the Rumble after losing to Brock.
Well, Roman did it, right? Didn't Roman show up?
Yeah, Roman did it last year and another year. And then there are people say, oh, what about Dolph Ziggler? So, I mean, that's another possibility.
Man, I'll tell you what, the Rumble has been a tragedy most years in the last 5 years. If they have another tragedy tonight, I don't know what's going to happen, but it really smells to me, if you're building a card for everybody, that you're going to have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns like they want to do, and then Nakamura wins the Rumble. That way Nakamura versus AJ Styles happens. So all the smarks, all of us are like, yes, Nakamura, AJ Styles at Mania. That sells it for all of us. And then Roman versus Brock sells it for everybody else. And then there's all the other matches that are going to happen. It just seems to me that's too perfect, like too much of a perfect trade-off that makes sense to make everybody happy that it wouldn't happen. Jake, your camera went off, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I noticed. I got to fix that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you did it on purpose. Otherwise, whatever. But I just was letting you know. By the way, guys, take a second to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, we're live all the time after every single WWE event. Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and, of course, Wednesday nights is out of nowhere here on the Joe Cronin Show, and we're live after every WWE event. So make sure you sub to the channel. Don't miss out on the podcasts, plus tons of bonus content that we have available over on Patreon. Why did I screw up my Patreon thing? Where did that go? What the hell did I do? Oh, I know what I did. Here it is. Boom.
There we go.
Oh, I guess it did go. There it is, Patreon. So you guys know that YouTube has been demonetizing us because of our language, our alternative media, and what we do here on YouTube. So the only reason why I'm still doing shows after all these years is, of course, because of Patreon and everybody that donates live to the show. If you guys want to donate live, the link is in the description box down below. The $ is over there to Super Chat if you want to Super Chat. But if you want bonus content, like over 30 hours a month, plus you're supporting the channel, so you get something as well. But you don't lose out on anything over here if you want to just watch for free. That's cool, but we wouldn't exist if it wasn't for you guys doing this. So patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And right now, and shout out to Ben Hart for subscribing. What's up, Ben? You guys can hear our bonus conversation where we talked a little bit about Omega and Cody Rhodes breaking up here with the Bullet Club stuff. It was very initial when we heard about this, so we didn't go too far into it. Plus, we gave our NXT takes as well. So that's a 40-minute podcast that's up there. Plus, the Corrupted podcast is there too. And if you don't like wrestling anymore and you're like, I'm done with wrestling, then go sub my new YouTube channel, youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast, because we talk about entertainment, drama, the world, and everything else over on that channel that's not wrestling. Chris, thanks for the sub. Okay, so the men's rumble, I'm going Shinsuke Nakamura. What do you do? What are you saying, Jake?
I hate to agree with you. I do. I mean, I think we're definitely going to see Batista. I think we're going to see Sting. I think we're going to see The Undertaker, more than likely.
Really? So we're going to see Undertaker and Sting?
I think we are. It's I mean, what other huge star power do they have to show up? You know, Batista, I don't know if will be enough of a draw, and there's so much around it. It could just be rampant speculation that's just trying to, you know, build up people to watch the Rumble. So,
by the way, did you notice Ben Hart just subscribed? It could be Ben. It could be the Ben Hart, the actual Ben Hart of the Hart family. You know what I mean? Imagine that.
Yeah, never know.
That'd be crazy.
I gotta say, you know, Nakamura is gonna take it. It's just so hard to believe that he won't win it. It certainly spelled out that a SmackDown star was gonna be the one to take, you know, take the Rumble this year. It makes sense. It just, you know, everything spells it out this way. They've really advertised the Rumble more so on SmackDown. You know, they've built up towards the Rumble more, I feel, as where Raw's been more about, you know, the tag titles and the Universal Championship. So,
well,
I'm going with Nakamura. My dark horse, I guess, I would say Finn Balor. Just as a random,
because he had the belt first and never got that redemption sort of thing.
Yeah, that, and on top of it, you know, the whole is he over, is he not over thing that happened. You know, maybe this was all just a point of contention just to swerve us to think that he wouldn't be able to win. So, Sarah
Small, her super chat's going to come up in a minute. Alex Engelbrecht, thank you very much. Is it Engelbrecht? Thank you very much. I can't pronounce stuff. It might be German.
Yeah.
It might be German. Sarah Small says, Bobby Lashley is there, guys. Love you all. Go Nakamura. Muhammad, thank you for the sub. What do you think about that? What about Bobby Lashley showing up in the Rumble? He's somebody that I think would bypass NXT and show up on the main roster.
Yeah, I think especially because he already was a dominant role on WWE television. I definitely think that's a huge possibility.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah,
apparently he's been signed. You know, that's going around. People are letting us know that Melina has been spotted in Philadelphia as well. So that's another female that could be in the Rumble.
Bobby Lashley is there, guys. Love you
same
all.
thing with
Go
Bobby
now.
Lashley being cited. So, like you just said, that's another possibility. All in all, I am excited for the Rumble. I think we're going to get a good night. I think it's going to be entertaining. Hopefully both Rumble matches are good. I don't want to see the females turn into, you know, botchamania, fodder for the next, you know, how many episodes Matthew can get out of that.
Right.
And I hope the men's Rumble is good as well. So.
Well, I think that's it, guys. I mean, Nikos Newbus, thank you very much for the sub. I think we've done everything here on the Rumble, so let's take some last-minute calls. If you guys want to donate to and say stuff, cool, we'll react to that. But at the same time, let's take some phone calls. 339-226-6610. If you're in the U.S., it's on the bottom right of your screen, bottom left of your screen maybe. And if you're outside the U.S. and you want to Skype, Danny Deadly is the Skype name. D-A-N-N-Y. D-E-A-D-L-Y. Danny Deadly. Add me on Skype, and I'll try to add you back, and then you'll be able to call. Or call the show first, and then I'll add you. After you add me. So add me, then call the show. I'll see you're calling. I'll look for you, and I'll add you. And that's how it works on Skype. Malachi, thank you very much. Malachi's on the phone. What's up?
What's up, Joe?
How you doing, man? What do you think? It's Rumble time.
So you know what I'm thinking?
What's that?
So what I'm thinking is I think that Nakamura needs to win the Royal Rumble. The reason why he needs to win the Royal Rumble is because he had a crappy year in 2017. And 2018 needs to win the Royal to get some momentum.
I agree. I think we said this too like a little while back. That was one of the reasons why I picked Nakamura. Thank you for the call, by the way. Was because this gives him a launching pad since he's kind of behind the ball with his language and things like that. He's not getting over. But just putting him against Nakamura right there is a story. Kieran O'Grady says, "What's up, Joe and Jake? Philly better have bottle of bleach on standby ready to drink if Reigns wins. If he doesn't win, who you guys think will throw him out?" That is a great point, Kieran. Who will throw Roman Reigns out?
That's a good question, actually. That's a really good question.
Who has he had a feud with? I mean, Braun Strowman could throw him out if he doesn't win the title.
Yeah, that's a good pick there. I could see Cena eliminating Roman since they had their tidbit back and forth a while ago.
I forgot about Cena. You know what'd be cool is them eliminating each other. Them eliminating each other would be cool too, but I don't know.
That would be cool, double elimination. I could also see The Undertaker eliminating Roman Reigns.
Yeah, we talked about, man, it's still there for that to happen. Like for The Undertaker to come up through the ring even, like, which would be crazy. Like imagine if Reigns was like one of the last people in the ring. But then
that would be incredible.
But then somebody has to throw The Undertaker out because
which is bound to happen
I am
anyways.
going with the theory that Undertaker's he's just not coming back. Like
he's just not wrestling. He's just there to watch and be backstage.
What if Undertaker showed up at the Rumble to eliminate Reigns but never wrestled again still? What do you think about that?
That's
weird.
would be pretty badass.
Like yeah, like he's like
think about it. That would be very, very interesting. Not something we've seen in quite a while. So
that would be weird. I don't know how I would feel because there's no payoff when they get back. Because you think Reigns would be like, "No, I'm calling you out again. What do I have to? I'll kill you this time or something."
Yeah,
like, what's he
I'm
gonna do?
really gonna take you out. I ended, you before. Now I'm gonna end your career for good. And
Hamza Sahin, thank you for the subscription. And by the way, shout out to everybody who just texted me from India. I got friends from India texting me. Somebody from Iran. What's up to them? Sadif as well. What's up? Chris Young's on the phone.
Worldwide, baby. Worldwide.
We're worldwide right now. What's up, Chris Young?
Joe, it's Medic Lucky. What's going on, bro?
Oh, damn. Medic Lucky. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Hey, so I'm reading the Vegas odd sheets, and it's obviously got Nakamura in number one.
Really?
And it's also got Donald Trump and Hacksaw Jim Duggan having equal odds.
We talked about that on the podcast that's up on Patreon right now.
Yeah, Vin Diesel's even on that list.
Vin Diesel's on there, dude.
Vin Diesel, and they're both above Kurt Hawkins, which I think is hilarious.
It's freaking awesome.
Oh wow!
They've got Vin Diesel and Nakamura, Vin Diesel and Donald Trump, above Kurt Hawkins.
That's
that was
wicked
absolutely
funny.
Hilarious.
That is so damn funny.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Roman doesn't win, though. I'm very like nervous for the Philadelphia crowd. They're
Thanks for the show, guys.
gonna stampede if Roman wins.
There'll be a
pretty
stampede.
apprehensive too.
There'll
Alex
be a
in the chat
rush.
said last three would be Cena, Roman, and Taker. Wow.
Yeah, there might
Could
be
you
a rush.
imagine that?
There'll be a rush to the stage, bro, to kill people. Brandon Harbin just donated $5. Thanks for the show, guys. Great as always. Anyone but Roman. That's the hashtag. We're all using the hashtag anyone but Roman on Twitter, he says, and so we should all probably use that because that's funny anyway. And thank you, Harbin, for the $5. Manuel
Yeah,
Moreno.
well, careful what you wish for, because anybody really does mean anybody. So.
Yeah, I mean, we get Orton wins again, right? Hey,
Yeah,
where's
exactly.
Orton hasn't even been mentioned, right?
He's in the Rumble.
Doesn't he seem like he's going to do a program with Nakamura at Mania? Like, aren't you?
I mean,
like, I'm not kidding. Like,
I know, because they've been face together for a while now, and supposedly they wanted to change him back to a heel. So, I mean, it certainly is a possibility.
Hey, Nick Baster, thanks for subscribing to the show, Nick Baster. I want to call him Nick Bastard. That's it. I'm calling you Nick Bastard.
That's it. It's got to happen.
Medic Lucky, is that it, man? I'll let you go and move on. You got something else, though?
Nah, man, I'm just looking forward to the show tonight. I can't believe it starts in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Me neither.
Pre-show.
I need a power nap.
Insane.
I need a power nap, dude. We're going to be live. I may be streaming live on my cell phone, guys, during the show, reacting possibly. But if not, I will definitely be live after the Royal Rumble. So just remember that, everybody. And also, after the Royal Rumble review, I will be playing PUBG on Twitch.
That's right.
We're going
to kill it.
It's going to be an all-nighter, man. It's going to be a nutty night.
That's right.
Medic Lucky, thanks, man. I love you, dude. Have a good day, and hopefully this Rumble's awesome. And I know you're sick, too. You sound like Jake DeMarco.
That's
yeah,
right.
I know. All right. I love you, Joe.
Oh, I love you.
Minus all the swallowing.
Why do I tell everybody I love them? It's getting weird, right? Like,
yeah, you're just full of love, baby.
I do love these. I
It's
love
all
these
love.
people.
It's all love.
We've been doing this since 2013, wrestling wise, and I've been on YouTube since 2007, and I'm just feeling the love from all these people, from all the listeners. We almost have 300 patrons on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Suck it, Keemstar. How about that? Who's boring now, Keemstar? Who's boring now, you bearded... No, I'm just kidding. I like Keemstar. I was messing with him in his chat while he was gaming earlier today.
You know, I've heard this actually before. Adam Ant tweeted me, but Lashley will challenge Brock the day after Mania, like he did to Cena. You know, remember when John Cena got challenged by Brock Lesnar the day after Mania? Well, apparently Bobby Lashley is set to challenge Brock the day after Mania. I could see that happening too. Think about it. Brock's out there. He just lost the title.
Yep.
Stand in the middle of the ring, and then Bobby Lashley's music hits, and out he walks to get his ass kicked by Lashley. That would be cool.
Wow, then they put Lashley over, and then Brock's gone for a while. That would be...
Yeah, it gives Lashley a chance to be the new monster heel for a while.
But now he's going to contend with Braun Strowman and stuff.
Yeah.
And Samoa Joe, like, and that's... Dude, like, all of TNA has been purged into the WWE at this point, almost. Hey, are we going to get the moment tonight we thought we were going to get with Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy? Because that's something I'm really looking forward to, like, where there's nobody in the ring or something, and, like, Matt Hardy's just like, he's in the ring and he's making all these crazy faces. And then, you know,
I'd like to hope so.
I want those two to just beat the crap out of each other and eliminate each other or something like that.
That would be fantastic, but, I mean, I guess the reason they had him lose the other day on Raw 25, as we said on Out of Nowhere, was to set up that, you know, Vanguard 1 and others, you know, from the Hardy family are returning. Yeah. They really want to build up.
What does that have to do with... Well, why? Like, he needs help or something? Like, I don't...
Well, no, that he had to lose to fuel him and motivate him. He said, you know...
Continue to lose till be like, I'm going even crazier.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
There's a poll really quick on NoDQ.com asking who was the worst Royal Rumble winner of all time. And they have, you know, everybody that's ever won the Royal Rumble, starting with Jim Duggan, Big John Studd, Hulk Hogan. It goes all the way down. Well, Vince McMahon has 18% of the vote. Batista has 5% of the vote. Del Rio has 17% of the vote when he won. Sheamus 9%, and then Roman Reigns has 32% of the vote.
Wow, I mean, because those other names are terrible. But yeah, the fact that Roman comes after that, woof.
Yeah.
Roman, those ones were terrible, though.
Strongly.
As much as I didn't like Reigns 1, you know, I still legitimize it. Those other ones were terrible. And shout out to Aaron Riff, my buddy. Blake is on the phone. Well, the phone lines are jammed right now, by the way. We're trying to get everybody on here. But Blake, what's up? Who do you think's winning the Rumble?
Joe and Jake, what's going on? I don't have a real big winner on the whole Rumble thing. I'm more into side bets, but I do have two over-unders I'm really interested in.
What's that?
Roman eliminates 7.5 men over/under.
Oh, I think it's over because isn't the record Roman Reigns with 12 eliminations?
Yeah.
Yep.
So he'll either probably like eliminate 7 or 8 or 9, or he'll tie his record with 12. He'll tie his own record.
I don't see him
over, Jake.
I'm saying over.
I say under.
Okay, and Finn Balor in the match, 12.5 minutes.
Over.
Over as well. I'll say over.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Blake.
Absolutely. Also, hey, this is a big to do too. Just announced Jerry the King Lawler will be commentating the Men's Rumble tonight.
Hey, cool. We'll get Jerry Lawler back. He's always good.
That's awesome. Imagine if they announced JR with him. Then I'd really explode.
Yeah, maybe they can both fall asleep again together.
Yeah, right. Well, at least now they'll be entertained. They'll have something to do. They won't just be sitting there. I guess, you know, Jerry Lawler talked about, you know, him, you know, nodding off at the anniversary show.
Well, I mean, that show, funny. I'm not surprised they fell asleep. I mean, they were waiting forever, so that's the thing. Hey, 516, you're live. What's up? Hey, 516, you're live. Uh-oh.
Over the top rope.
Oh, goodbye. 812, you're live on the show. What's up?
Hey, it's your boy Renegade.
Hey, Renegade, what's up, dude?
Hey, who do you think from NXT would actually come up and be in the Rumble?
I want to eat your ass, Renegade.
I'm just kidding. From NXT, I would say, I'm sorry. Who would come up from NXT to win the Rumble or to just be in the Rumble?
To actually be in it.
Okay.
Aleister Black would be awesome.
I think you're
Black
right.
had that match last night, though. That Extreme Rules match.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could still, stop on up to the Rumble.
You know what? If he showed up at the Rumble, I got to tell you what, I would freak out. Like that would be
or Velveteen Dream.
That would be cool. I would really like to see that. You've salivated my glands.
Ooh, yeah, that or Velveteen Dream, I think would be great.
Yo, everybody needs to subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, or I'm gonna kill my own.
I'm just kidding. So yeah,
my pick was Alistair.
Really, to win, to go up,
to actually be in the Rumble.
Who do you think's going to be in the Rumble besides Alistair?
Oh, it'd be cool to see AOP in it. Throw a few people out, have one of them eliminate Roman.
Oh man, they would take up so many spots. That would be so irritating. But yeah, that would be cool. As long as all those other jabronis aren't in it, you know what I mean? Not to call Hawkins a jabroni, because I like Hawkins as a guy, as a person. But just, I mean, how they treat him. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah, they just, you don't want to see all those. I hate it when they do those stupid, waste of spots. They should just keep it all legitimate.
Yeah, have big names for the most part. Have a couple buffers, but I don't need to see.
Yeah, but not many. So
yeah, the Gaming Rambo. Thanks for subbing. Let's try again with this other man. Last minute to call, guys. If you want to call, I know the phone lines are jammed. We'll try to get a couple more calls in. 609. What's up?
Joe, Jake, how you guys doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on?
I'm just very scared for tonight because I'm praying to God that they don't fuck this up like they did last year with having fucking Randy go over by eliminating Roman Reigns. I'm just praying to God because Philly is going to let them hear it if they fuck this up tonight. I'm just praying something good comes out of it. I got to agree with you guys. I got Shinsuke winning, but I'm praying to God that they don't fuck this up.
Yeah, Shinsuke wins. It's like the safe bet. And I wonder if people will be slightly underwhelmed because they just think it's going to be Shinsuke anyway. But
I wouldn't mind Shinsuke winning at all. I mean, I wouldn't be happy with it, but also it wouldn't really bother me as much.
Who would you be happy with?
Fucking Roman.
Who would you be happy with?
I'm just praying to God that they don't fuck it up. I wouldn't mind Shinsuke winning. I just doubt that something good is gonna come out of this because think about it. The last time
something good would be he probably wrestles AJ Styles in like a pretty damn good match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah, like I'm just selfishly thinking about the WrestleMania card. I'm thinking like, okay, I could deal with Roman versus Brock if Shinsuke Nakamura was wrestling AJ Styles. And then you add all those other matches that they're going to do, and the card looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Brock and Roman because I don't like Roman, and it seems like Roman's going to beat Brock. And when he does, that's going to be a milestone because it will be the first time that Brock Lesnar puts over somebody who's new and doesn't put over a veteran. So it will be a big moment when that happens. And I know that you might have had more to say, but because we're up against the time right now, I have to hang up, unfortunately.
Yeah, we got another hour and 5 minutes until this Rumble goes live.
The 7-hour odyssey of a Rumble. Let me welcome in Chris. What's up, Chris? How you doing? It's been a while. How you doing, Chris Lawrence?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, shit.
Also,
what's going on,
sick,
bud?
Everyone's sick right now. But yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, his phone isn't doing well. Chris, hold on, Chris. Let me try to get your connection fixed. While I do that, 732, you're live.
Do you think we'll see?
Oh no, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris. All right, hang on, 732. Chris, go ahead. I can hear you.
Further improvement on the storyline with Kurt Angle and Triple H at the Royal Rumble.
That's interesting. That is interesting. Do you think
That's a really good question.
Do you think we'll see Triple H or Kurt Angle in the Rumble even? Like that would be. I don't think we're going to see either one, but
yeah, I'm surprised we didn't even consider that sooner. That's a great question, Chris.
Great one.
Yeah, I haven't even assumed either one of them would be involved, but we made a joke at one point like, oh, Kurt will fill in. You know, we said it like a funny ha-ha, but
yeah,
we didn't bring any legitimacy to that. No, I don't see either of them yet. Maybe closer to Elimination Chambers when something happens. Or it could also depend on who wins the Rumble. You know, that might be the catalyst too. Stephanie comes out and says, oh, a SmackDown person won, not a Raw person. How could you do this? So that might be a driving force.
It might be. 732. I'm sorry. Now you can go. 732.
It's all good, man. I already tweeted this to you. I just wanted to get it out there. I seriously think Dolph Ziggler's coming out to Daniel Bryan's theme.
Why is that? Why is that a thing? I've heard that tonight, and I don't know if it's just you that said it or if that's been said. A bunch of other people have said it. Why is that?
Yeah, we've said it about The Miz previously too. Remember,
Yeah.
we said The Miz might do this a while ago.
I mean, I think it would make sense for them because, if Dolph Ziggler comes out like late, like number 29 or 30, he's gonna get cheered. They want to give him ultimate heel heat if he's gonna win the fucking thing.
So you think it's to troll the crowd to get heat?
I think so. Because the crowd's going to be popping like a motherfucker when his music hits, and then they're going to see Dolph Ziggler and want to kill everybody.
Oh, my God. Imagine if he won then, too. Hey, Peyton Royce is
Open for, honestly.
I'm sorry. I didn't know the donation alerts weren't on. Peyton Royce, it's back, though. Peyton Royce's P-word. My kids are in the room. Does my girl Peyton appear tonight? Does she stay on the main roster or go to NXT? I got Roman, Cena, Braun, Elias, Final Four. Yeah, I think Elias is going to go deep tonight. Probably going to have their moment in the Rumble with Cena. We didn't think about that because, Jake, you've been the one championing that.
For a while now.
We didn't even mention it, to be honest. I think Peyton Royce might show up in the Women's Rumble. I think it's a 70%.
I think so as well. Both
70%.
the iconic duo will be there.
Yeah, you said that earlier, too.
I understand Roman's supposed to be your top guy, but for once, can he not be in the Final Four? Like, every single Rumble that he's been in like the top 3, hasn't he?
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah, he's been eliminated. He eliminated Rusev to win it. He got eliminated by Batista the year before that in the final 2.
Yeah, so he got taken out by Rusev.
He got eliminated in the
final 3.
Final 3, Triple H.
Yeah, he got eliminated by Batista. I'm sorry. Yeah, he eliminated Rusev to win. Then Triple H dumped him out.
He essentially won that Rumble twice because he eliminated. He eliminated the guy before that, and then
Big Show and Kane.
Big Show and Kane he eliminated.
Yeah, Big Show, Kane, and then Rusev was
it's
the
like
one.
he won twice. Hamza.
Rock couldn't even save the hate.
Abdelhamid. What is it? Abdelhamid. Hey Jake, you feeling okay? Hamza, what's up, Hamza? What up, Joe? Anyway, what's the chances that fat sack of crap Ken wins the Rumble?
Is that Mikey?
He can't even win this championship back. He can't even win his damn monetize this belt back. He ain't winning no Rumble. By the time Ken got to the ring, he would be about 3 seconds away from a coronary. No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible.
He'd be having a heart attack.
Give some love to Ken today. He had a tough night, I think, last night, unfortunately. He's really tired. He did a lot of work.
Thank you, Hamza. No, I'm feeling like shit, but I'm excited for tonight, so that's keeping me going. You guys and the excitement has got me pumped up.
Yeah, anything else? 732, I'm sorry. Did we even answer? I don't remember.
No, just if Roman Reigns wins, I'm going to kill myself. That's all.
Okay.
Mass exodus as nationwide suicide occurs.
Man, who eliminates Reigns? That is such a good and intriguing question, because that is, and I know that like people say, well, see, he is the guy, Joe, because you're even talking about who could eliminate him. But yes, of course, they've pushed him to the moon. Why wouldn't I be intrigued to see who could be the one to eliminate him? I'm intrigued by it. This guy has been pushed like nobody ever has in the history of anything. It's unbelievable.
Even Austin, I forget how much Austin lost. When I went back, I've been watching a lot of Attitude Pop on YouTube, and he brings up the highlights, and Austin lost a lot.
Yeah,
more than I recall,
dude.
He was losing singles matches all the time.
This is like the argument people have with Star Wars, with with Rey being a Mary Sue. Reigns is a borderline Mary Sue. The guy just does no wrong. Where Austin would have all these losses and stuff, and he really wasn't known for having the championship so many times as he was for the build to finally getting it there, or whatever the controversies.
Yeah, he never held the title that long. No one did in that era, really. It was pretty much a hot potato thing then too, but it didn't really devalue it as much either. So it was kind of a multi-level issue, but it worked.
But yeah, shout out to everybody. I think we're going to finally wrap this thing up, and I just want to say that I hope you guys follow me on everywhere. You can follow me all over the place. If you want to get a hold of me on Twitter, @RealJoeCronin. We're going to be streaming, like I said, tonight on Twitch. There's the address right here. Of course, all these are in the description box down below. After the Royal Rumble review here on Joe Cronin Show on YouTube, we'll be playing PUBG late. So if you're a person on Twitch, twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. We have a lot of fun over there. If you don't know what it's about, go over there. All the videos that we've been doing recently are up there on the PUBG streams and things like that. But we'll be live after the Rumble. I might be live during the Rumble, and we'll see how that goes. And it's been a while since I've live streamed during shows. I used to do it all the time. And also, if you guys want more before the Rumble, there's another hour until the Rumble. Well, me and Jake just did a 40-minute podcast talking about NXT TakeOver and breaking down what we thought of NXT TakeOver last night, plus a little talk about Bullet Club and Kenny Omega New Japan. 40-minute podcast available on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You can download.
There's also some other good stuff sprinkled in there too. So
yeah, there's other things I'm forgetting, but it's you can download the app or you can go to the website and you can download the audio too, so you can save your data plan. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Go check it out. Thanks to Will Jones, who just became a patron. Thank you, Will. And he became our 301st patron. So thank you for the support of this channel and what we do here. It's PBS over here. Without you guys, we ain't doing it. So you suck, YouTube, but whatever.
Ain't that a fact? Johnny Gargano tweeted out at 1 o'clock, I gave everything I had last night. It just wasn't in the stars. My moment will come. But first, ... So is that saying that he's going to be in the, the Rumble tonight, maybe? That would be something.
That would be something if Johnny Gargano was there.
Yeah, thanks to Chris Rung.
I would love to see 2 or 3 of those NXT. I'd love to see 2 or 3 of those guys. Imagine if Adam Cole, Gargano, and Aleister Black were in the Rumble.
That would be straight friggin' fire. That's awesome.
I would love that. Take it easy, Becky. All right? All right, we're out of here, guys. Thank you. Oh, wait a second. Oh, 406 donated. What a weird donation amount. Cammy, my final 4 is Finn, Roman, Nakamura, and Ziggler. Can you see Hardy and Wyatt exit the Rumble like Austin and McMahon and come back in? Cammy, yeah. My theory, though, was that they exit the Rumble, they get eliminated, but then they begin fighting throughout the arena, even though they already are eliminated. But maybe they won't.
That would be cool.
I would love to see that be a side story in the Rumble. We did mention that months ago, and I do want to see it. So there you go. Hit up Jake from a little more content on his channel on youtube.com/countdownended. And make sure you subscribe down below. We are out of here.
Oh, yeah. Also, on my channel, I'm doing a quick little thing. There's a video on there. You go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/countdownended. And on the most recent video, you just have to, in the comments section, write Royal Rumble, and I'll give you a number. Between 1 and 30, I'm using a random number generator, so I'm not picking them personally. And if that superstar who comes out at that number wins the Rumble, then you get a prize. So it's pretty cool. If we have multiple winners, because multiple people got the same number, then I'm going to take all the winners and do a prize pool, and I'll do a random drawing that way. So, but it adds a little bit of excitement to the Rumble. You might be able to win something pretty cool.
Ryan Kara, thank you very much for the subscription. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to us. Go subscribe to Jake. Subscribe here down below. Hit that red button. It's easy to do. Give me a week. Watch my channel for a week. And I think you will be interested in staying a subscriber and getting all my videos so you guys can not only get the news in wrestling, you can get my opinions on it. You can get something to listen to. Hit that subscribe button. We're partying. We are out. And again, if you want to go the extra mile, $1 a month, $2 a month. Some people are doing $200 a month on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thanks to Raul Tungra. We will see you guys later at the Royal Rumble. It's getting ready to start. We'll be live after the Rumble. Subscribe or die. Shout out to Jim Cornette. Hey, Jim Cornette, suck it.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.